G'day, Alexei here today with another session of the FAQs that you guys have sent. We've received a couple of questions in relation to e-commerce. People asking all sorts of questions about the platforms, are they profitable and so on. So let's start with, the whole concept of e-commerce. Well, online store or e-commerce is all really about being able to sell your products via a website and maintain your inventory as well as making sure that it is pretty clear what it is that you're offering. There's obviously some big online stores that run on the side of physical business, and that's great. And there are some full-on online stores that just operate as online stores altogether. Now, there's a couple of concepts. There's a very popular concept called dropshipping, which is where people don't actually hold any stock, and they have all the stock being sent through the suppliers. Now, it's quite an interesting concept. However, you've got to be careful with the products that you're selling to make sure that the stock can be delivered on time, and most importantly that the stock is there in the first place. So can be quite difficult to orchestrate. However, there are quite a number of websites that run this quite successfully. Another thing that you have to consider is also the Australian dollar as well. Once the dollar sort of changes to the buying currency, you may find that the profitability of certain products will not be there. In terms of the physical stores, I think online store is a great way to complement that. People can certainly understand more about what it is that you're selling and also buy outside of your trading hours as well. Now, with online stores, it really all comes down to the point of difference and the offers or points of difference that you are presenting. So free shipping, a lot of people expect that now. In fact, probably same day shipping if people are buying in the morning is one of the strong selling points that I'm finding. People expect some sort of a discount for the initial purchase. So I see a lot of e-commerce doing really well when they run, let's say, 5% off for new customers or some sort of an initial customer sign-up discount. And at the end of the day, online stores can work in many different ways, but most importantly, you need to make sure that it's profitable for you. So if you're running a business where it's a margin-based business, so you buy something for X amount and sell for a Y amount, you need to make sure that the profit is there, and most importantly, covers your overheads as well. Now, the most attractive things about e-commerce is actually the fact that your overheads are a lot lower. Now, with e-commerce, there's a bunch of different platforms that you can use, and probably one of the most popular right now is a platform called Shopify. So if you want to check out Shopify, we strongly recommend it. However, if you really want to take your store to the next level, it can become quite expensive because there's quite a number of subscriptions that they would recommend you to sign up to in order to have things like your marketing functionalities and pop-ups and so on and so forth. So just be careful, but it's a great way to get started. WooCommerce or BigCommerce are the other platforms that you can look into. However, it all really comes down to how technical you are, and if you really just want to have a play with it, I think Shopify is really a way to go. In terms of the actual e-commerce being the future, I definitely think so. However, some business models don't do the full transaction through e-commerce, if that makes sense. So people may find a product through online purely just to compare and then end up going in store. I'll give you a really good example. So here in Australia is a company called Chemist Warehouse. Now, these guys are very strong. When you look for them, their products pop up online and they have a price bid guarantee, which is really attractive. However, a lot of the time people use that to compare products with other stores and end up coming in. Now, the in-store transaction value for Chemist Warehouse is actually a lot higher than the online, purely because once you walk in, you end up buying something else that you haven't thought of initially, and that's the business model that we find being executed. Very interesting pattern, and I guess the other thing that people are asking about is, how do you market an online store? Well, marketing on an online store can be done in many different ways. However, you always need to understand that people often shop around before they commit to a purchase. And for this particular reason, if you're just driving traffic to the website and you're paying for that traffic, you may find that that's not going to be a very profitable exercise. You need to make sure you build an email database, so have a pop-up with some sort of an offer that is attractive to most of the people that are visiting the website. And really the whole game turns out, it really goes from people arriving to the website directly towards email marketing. And you'd be surprised, but email marketing is still a very good way to market a business in 2020. If you've got any more questions, feel free to contact us directly. If you have any comments, please comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.